Hey everyone, Jim with Evolution Power Sports here today with exciting new launch control news for the Can-Am X3RR, the MG1 versions. But before we get into that, I just want to give everyone a little history on launch control and Evolution Power Sports. So we brought factory ECU launch control to the UTV industry back in 2018 on the original Can-Am X3R. And you know, we've made improvements to it over the years. You know, in 2020, when we came out with our CodeShooter flash device, we made it so that you could adjust the RPMs on the launch control with the app, which was also an industry first. Very, very cool feature. And then when the new model Can-Am X3RRs came out in late 21, we were also the first to implement launch control on the new models. Now we're at the pinnacle of launch control development with the current MG1 ECU. And the features that we've incorporated into this, standalones don't even have. So, and we're going to show it to you right now. We wanted to give our customers a way to adjust launch control without having to interface with an app. So now for the MG1, all of the adjustments for launch control are done with the OEM controls. So the way this works is with the key on but the engine off, you'll go to your light switch button and you'll press down on the button. Okay, now what displays on the dash is this is your launch setting. Okay, this is where the RPMs are currently set on this vehicle. Now if I hold the headlight button down and I use the gas pedal and just press down on it farther, you can see how the launch RPM changes. Okay, and we can change it anywhere from 2200 all the way up to 5200. Okay, so let's just say we want it at 3200. Just let go of the button, the light switch button, and then let go of the gas. And now when you hit it again, you're at 3200. So you can change the launch RPM in 100 RPM increments all the way from 22 to 52. Now this is a game changer for customers that like to do drag racing one day, or maybe rock crawling another day, or out with their family another day. So you can go to a track and let's just say you need a 4,000 RPM launch RPM, but your clutch is only set up for 32 or something, and you need to lower the RPMs. You do that very easily. You don't have to flash the ECU, nothing. Okay, or let's just say you need more boost on the launch and you're able to adjust your clutch, engagement RPM higher. You can do the same thing, up to 5,200 RPMs. Now, at 5,200 RPMs, this thing will make like 30 pounds of boost on launch. So you have no shortage of launch power. But again, industry first, absolute game changer for customers that want the ultimate in flexibility for racing or any other kind of riding they want to do that uses launch. One more feature that's included with this package, because we like to do extra things, is we've incorporated a boost and air fuel gauge into the dash. So the way you would access this is you'd use your keypad to scroll over to battery voltage, and you can see that it reads 12.2 volts. Okay, and if you hold down the light switch button again and then tap the brake once, this will go down to 0, and that's your boost gauge. Okay, if you tap it again, that will give you a peak boost, right? So if you want to know what the most boost you made is during any given engine cycle. And then the last one is air fuel. Okay, and so now you can display air fuels on the gauge as well. If you let go of the button, now this will be air fuel. And when you start the car up, you'll see that this will read air fuels accurately. Another thing that we changed with this new tuning is how a customer would enter launch mode and get into staging. So originally, once you put the car into staging, you couldn't drive it around, and so then people were having to get into the beams, then enable launch, and then go on launch. But the way you can do it now is you can go on staging before you even have to pull into the beams. Okay, you have like 2.5 minutes before it times out. And so what that means is that you can go into staging, now you can drive the car in staging before you couldn't, and then once you get into the beams, there's nothing else you have to do. You just go on launch at that point. So much simpler when you're trying to, juggle getting into the beams and getting ready to launch the car. These new features are a $50 upgrade for existing MG1 launch control customers. It will only be available for late model unlocks, and it will be coming soon for the 135 base models as well. So stay tuned.